Hey all, welcome to episode 2 of Cocktails with Christoph, where I teach you classic cocktails once a week. Today's episode is going to be about the classic daiquiri, which is one of my favorite drinks of all time. So let's get into it. All you're really going to need is 3 ingredients: sugar, lime juice, and rum. Let's start with half an ounce of white sugar. Half an ounce is going to be 1 tablespoon. Then you're going to do 3/4 ounce or 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice. And at this point, what you want to do is stir those two together to help dissolve that sugar. Alright, then we're going to add 2 ounces of rum, or 4 tablespoons of rum. I use Donkey Silver. Now you just add your ice, and I do about a 15-count shake. And a traditional daiquiri is going to be served in a coupe or a martini glass. That's perfect. Alright, so let's talk about the daiquiri. The daiquiri is believed to be invented in 1898 in a small town in Cuba named Daiquiri, hence the name. So in New Orleans, there's a daiquiri culture that's very different than the Cuban daiquiri culture because of all the frozen daiquiri shops everywhere. While those daiquiris are delicious in their own way and serve a purpose during a hot summer day in New Orleans, we're going to focus on the classic original daiquiri and what goes into that. Pretty much without fail, every time I ask a bartender what their favorite cocktail is, a daiquiri is most often in the top 3, and for me it's always been one of my favorites. So at Arnaud's and in many bars, they're going to use simple syrup just because of the efficiency and the convenience. You always have simple syrup in a bar, but traditionally in Cuba they're often going to use raw granulated sugar. So I have always made it with simple syrup. I've never made it with sugar, but to be honest, after tasting it with raw sugar, there's something different about a traditional daiquiri made with raw sugar. There's a texture quality that is not there with simple syrup. It almost has a silkiness that comes from using the sugar, but I understand it's not the most efficient if you're trying to serve a lot of people. So the other component, of course, is going to be fresh lime juice, pretty self-explanatory. But the rum is the next part. So traditionally, white rum is the default rum used for daiquiris, but aged rum daiquiris are absolutely delicious. Some of my favorite things to drink as well. So any rum is going to make a really, really delicious daiquiri. It depends on what you're looking for. A white rum has kind of a cleaner, lighter, more refreshing taste to it, whereas a dark rum adds this kind of richness and complexity that comes from those molasses flavors that you get. Alright, so I'm always going to probably use simple syrup at my bar, but I'm really, really happy to enjoy these classic daiquiris at home right now because they're just so damn delicious. So, cheers to a classic daiquiri. And be sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos and want to learn more cocktails. And otherwise, I'll see you next week. Cheers.